Most men over 60 believe they know their bodies, and they've certainly lived long enough to feel comfortable in their own skin. But what if I told you that a deeply personal, often unspoken act could be silently undermining your most vital health, eroding your confidence, and even masking serious medical concerns? I'm Dr. Benjamin Carter, a urologist and men's health expert with over 3 decades of experience guiding men through the complexities of aging with strength and dignity. Today, we're addressing a topic that's rarely discussed openly: masturbation in older men. Far from being a trivial matter, the way men approach this act after 60 can have profound, often unrecognized impacts on their physical health, emotional well-being, and even their intimate relationships. We're going to uncover 4 dangerous mistakes that many men unknowingly make, mistakes that are silently harming their bodies and spirits. And make sure you stay until the very end, because I'll reveal one profoundly overlooked factor that influences all these mistakes, a secret about self-care that few men truly grasp. If you're ready to peel back the layers of misconception and reclaim control over your health, both physical and emotional, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon. Your engagement helps us share this vital information with more men who deserve to live their healthiest, most confident lives. Let's dive into the first dangerous mistake. Mistake number 1. The Rough Rider mistake: overly aggressive techniques and inadequate lubrication. As men age, their bodies undergo subtle but significant changes. The tissues of the penis, much like skin elsewhere, can become less elastic, and natural lubrication might diminish. The Rough Rider mistake isn't about the act itself, but the manner of it. Many men continue with the same vigorous techniques they used in their younger years, or they neglect proper lubrication, either out of habit, embarrassment, or a misguided belief that it's unnecessary. Physiologically, this can lead to microtraumas, tiny, often invisible tears in the delicate tissues. Over time, these microtraumas can accumulate, causing scar tissue formation. This scar tissue can reduce penile sensitivity, making arousal and orgasm less satisfying. Worse, it can contribute to a condition known as Peyronie's disease, where fibrous plaques form under the skin of the penis, leading to curvature, pain, and significantly impacting erectile function and sexual confidence. The constant friction without adequate glide can also irritate the urethra, leading to discomfort or an increased risk of minor infections. Emotionally, this can be incredibly frustrating. Imagine a man like Arthur, a 68-year-old retired engineer I treated. He came to me complaining that sex, and even masturbation, felt less pleasurable. "It's like I'm hitting a wall, doctor," he told me, less feeling less intense. "I thought it was just getting old, another thing slipping away." Arthur was a very private man, and the idea of discussing his masturbation habits was initially uncomfortable. But after some gentle questioning, he admitted to using no lubrication, relying on a dry, intense grip because that's what always worked. We discovered he had early signs of penile desensitization from years of this habit. The frustration he felt wasn't just physical. It was a profound sense of loss, a worry that his sexual life was ending. He felt like his body was betraying him. This silent erosion of pleasure and sensation can lead to a man withdrawing from sexual activity altogether, impacting his self-esteem and his connection with his partner, if he has one. The societal narrative often pushes men to be tough or manly, leading them to ignore discomfort or believe they don't need soft things like lubrication, which only exacerbates the problem. The solution to this mistake is straightforward: prioritize gentleness and lubrication. First, incorporate a high-quality, body-safe lubricant generously. Water-based or silicone-based lubricants are excellent choices. This isn't just for comfort, it's a protective measure for your tissues. Second, become more attuned to your body's signals. A less vigorous technique, focusing on sensation rather than just friction, can be more effective and safer. Experiment with different grips and pressures. Think of it as a nuanced exploration of pleasure, not a mechanical act. Third, consider the impact of aging on your natural lubrication. The less elastic tissues require more careful handling. This small adjustment can preserve sensitivity, prevent injury, and reignite pleasure. Mistake number 2. The silent sufferer mistake: ignoring pain and discomfort. This mistake is perhaps the most dangerous because it involves overlooking your body's critical warning signals. Many men, especially as they age, might experience occasional pain or discomfort during sexual activity, including masturbation. This could be a sharp sensation, a dull ache, or a persistent irritation. The dangerous mistake is to dismiss this pain as just part of getting older, muscle strain, or something to tough out. Physiologically, pain during masturbation can be a red flag for a range of urological issues that require attention. It could indicate an infection, such as prostatitis, inflammation of the prostate gland, or epididymitis. It might be a symptom of urinary tract issues, including a developing stricture or even bladder problems. For some, it's the first subtle sign of Peyronie's disease, particularly if accompanied by curvature or lumps. In rare but serious cases, it could point to a testicular issue or even a prostate problem requiring deeper investigation. Delaying medical consultation allows these conditions to worsen, potentially leading to more complex treatments, chronic pain, or even long-term damage. Emotionally, living with unexplained pain, even intermittent pain, creates a background hum of anxiety. A man might start to dread the act itself, fearing discomfort. He might become secretive, not wanting to admit to pain, especially if it's tied to sexual function, because of the deeply ingrained male narrative of being strong and unbreakable. Consider Richard, a 72-year-old patient who had been experiencing a dull ache in his perineum and a slight burning sensation during masturbation for nearly 6 months. He attributed it to sitting too long or just getting old. He was a man who prided himself on his stoicism. "I don't go to doctors unless something's really wrong," he told me. His wife finally convinced him to come in. After a thorough examination, we found he had chronic non-bacterial prostatitis, likely exacerbated by his habits. But the key was that he had ignored the early warning signs. The emotional toll of this delay was significant. He felt foolish for waiting, and the constant worry had impacted his sleep and his general mood. Societal norms often discourage men from expressing vulnerability or pain, particularly around intimate health, leading many to suffer in silence, prolonging their discomfort and potential harm. The solution is clear: listen to your body and seek professional advice. Any persistent or recurring pain, discomfort, or changes during masturbation warrants a visit to your urologist. Do not ignore it. Track your symptoms. When do they occur? What do they feel like? How long do they last? This information is invaluable for diagnosis. Remember, your body is sending you a message. Pain is not normal, and it's certainly not just part of aging when it comes to specific localized discomfort. Early detection and treatment can prevent minor issues from becoming major problems, ensuring your comfort and long-term health. Mistake number 3. The lone wolf mistake: substituting intimacy for isolation. This mistake isn't about physical harm, but about the profound emotional and relational consequences of how and why masturbation is used. For some men, especially those who are single, widowed, or whose partnerships are strained, masturbation can become the primary or even sole outlet for sexual expression. The lone wolf mistake occurs when this natural act becomes a substitute for emotional connection, open communication, and genuine intimacy, leading to isolation rather than fulfillment. Emotionally, this can manifest as a deep sense of loneliness, even if a man is in a relationship. If he uses masturbation to avoid difficult conversations about sexual dysfunction, lack of desire, or emotional distance with a partner, it creates a chasm rather than a bridge. It can lead to guilt, shame, and a feeling of being emotionally unfulfilled. Sexual health is not merely about physical release. It's intricately woven into our emotional well-being, our sense of connection, and our identity. When masturbation becomes an escape mechanism from these deeper needs, it can foster emotional atrophy, making it harder to engage authentically with others. Consider Michael, a 70-year-old man whose wife had been ill for several years. He deeply loved her, but their physical intimacy had dwindled to almost nothing. He found solace in masturbation, but over time, it became his only outlet, and he started to feel increasingly isolated, even when his wife recovered. He felt guilty for his needs, ashamed of his solitary sexual activity, and found it harder and harder to initiate any form of intimacy with his wife, even non-sexual touch or deep conversations. He confided in me that he felt hollow despite the physical release. "It felt good for a moment, doctor," he said, "but then the loneliness would hit harder. Like I was choosing to be alone. even though I didn't want to be. This societal expectation that older men either don't have sexual needs or that those needs should be quietly satisfied in private can push men into this lone wolf pattern, preventing them from seeking the emotional connection they truly crave. It's a profound challenge in a society that often desexualizes older adults, creating a vacuum where genuine intimacy should thrive. The solution to this mistake lies in fostering connection and open communication. If you have a partner, talk to them openly and honestly about your desires, your concerns, and your needs. Masturbation can be a healthy part of a broader sexual life, but it should complement, not replace, intimacy and connection with a partner. If you're single, seek out opportunities for emotional connection through friendships, community activities, or even dating, if that's what you desire. Consider therapy or counseling if you find yourself using masturbation as a sole coping mechanism for loneliness or stress, especially if it's preventing you from engaging with others. True sexual health encompasses emotional and relational well-being, not just physical release. Mistake number 4. The tunnel vision mistake, neglecting overall urological and systemic health. The final dangerous mistake is a broader one, yet it profoundly impacts the context of masturbation and overall sexual health. Many men, when they experience changes in their sexual function or desire, whether it's slower arousal, reduced sensation, or difficulty achieving orgasm, might focus solely on the act itself, or seek quick fixes, without understanding the intricate connection between sexual health and their broader systemic well-being. The tunnel vision mistake is failing to recognize that healthy sexual function is often a mirror reflecting overall health, and neglecting the foundational elements of urological and general wellness can silently undermine your ability to experience satisfying sexual expression. Physiologically, this means ignoring factors like cardiovascular health, which is paramount for erectile function. Blood flow is key. It means dismissing chronic conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, or high cholesterol, all of which can damage nerves and blood vessels crucial for sensation and arousal. It's neglecting the importance of adequate sleep, stress management, balanced nutrition, and regular physical activity, all of which influence hormone levels like testosterone, energy, mood, and overall vitality, impacting desire and performance. Failing to get regular prostate checkups, or ignoring symptoms related to benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, or other prostate issues, can also indirectly affect sexual comfort and function. Emotionally, this tunnel vision can lead to a sense of helplessness or frustration, as a man might try various specific solutions for sexual problems without addressing the root causes in his general health. He might become fixated on a single symptom, like difficulty achieving orgasm, while overlooking the systemic issues that contribute to it. Consider David, a 65-year-old who came to me deeply frustrated by his declining sexual desire and less satisfying masturbation. He tried every natural booster he could find online. He saw his sexual issues as isolated problems. "I just want to fix this," he'd say, pointing vaguely. But David was significantly overweight, slept poorly, had uncontrolled blood pressure, and had not had a physical in years. He saw his sexual function as separate from his general health. The societal narrative often promotes a pill for every ill or a quick fix for sexual issues, rather than encouraging a holistic approach to health. This narrow focus can lead to endless frustration and a deeper sense of inadequacy when the quick fixes don't yield lasting results. The solution here is to adopt a holistic approach to health. This involves prioritizing a healthy lifestyle, nutrition, focus on a balanced diet rich in whole foods, fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins, and limit processed foods, excessive sugar, and unhealthy fats. Exercise, engage in regular physical activity, including cardiovascular exercise, strength training, and flexibility, to improve blood flow, energy, and hormonal balance. Sleep. Aim for 7-9 hours of quality sleep per night. Poor sleep disrupts hormone regulation and overall vitality. Stress management. Implement stress reduction techniques like mindfulness, meditation, or hobbies to mitigate the negative impact of chronic stress on your body. Regular checkups. Don't skip your annual physicals. Monitor your blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar, and get regular prostate screenings as recommended by your doctor. Address any underlying medical conditions proactively. Hydration. Staying adequately hydrated is crucial for overall bodily function, including cellular health and circulation. These foundational elements are not just about living longer. They are about living better, including maintaining optimal sexual health and ensuring that any sexual expression, including masturbation, is a pleasurable and healthy part of your life. With just a few consistent efforts each day, many of my patients report noticeable improvements in energy, mood, and sexual satisfaction within a matter of weeks. This isn't just about physical changes. It's about reclaiming freedom and vitality. Imagine being able to engage in intimate moments with renewed confidence, or simply experience the profound peace of a body that feels healthy and responsive. That's the transformative power of embracing a holistic approach to your health, and it's entirely within your reach, regardless of age. You're not merely managing symptoms. You're actively building a stronger, healthier, more fulfilling future for yourself. And now, for that final, often overlooked secret I promised, a profound insight that connects all these mistakes and truly underpins your ability to reclaim vitality and confidence. Most men are completely unaware of the subtle, yet powerful impact of self-compassion and acceptance of aging on their sexual health. It's not just about what you do or don't do physically. It's about how you feel about yourself, your body, and your natural progression through life. The deepest mistake is often the internal one, the judgment, the frustration, the comparison to a younger self, or the belief that something is wrong with you if your body changes. When you approach your body, including your sexual self, with kindness, understanding, and a willingness to adapt rather than resist, you unlock a profound healing power. True health begins with accepting where you are, and then empowering yourself with knowledge to move forward, rather than getting stuck in frustration or shame. If this video helped you understand your body better and empowered you with new strategies for health, please share it with another man who desperately needs to hear this message. Let's break the silence surrounding men's health together. Your health journey is a shared one, and by engaging, you empower not just yourself, but countless others. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because I'll be sharing more doctor-backed advice made especially for men like you. Leave a comment below and let me know which of these insights resonated most with you, or if you have a question. I read every comment, and I'm here to support you every step of the way. You've taken the first crucial step towards reclaiming your vitality and confidence. Now, keep going. Your best years are still ahead, and you absolutely deserve every one of them to be full of health, strength, and profound satisfaction.